В следующих 2 передачах мы хотим рассказать о местных фестивалях, проходивших в разных частях Виктории. Вы услышите музыку в исполнении австралийских и зарубежных певцов, увидите уличную живопись и скульптуры из песка во Фрэнкстоне, фестиваль Яранбуи «Искусство коренных народов Австралии и Канады», побывайте на выставке тюльпанов в Силване и услышите увлекательную историю о культуре выращивания тюльпанов, рассказанную Анной Вайсман. Фестиваль уличного искусства во Фрэнкстоне, также известный как Big Picture Fest, это ежегодное мероприятие, которое превращает центр города Франкстон в галерею под открытым небом с масштабными фресками и проекционными произведениями искусства. Фестиваль представляет собой совместный проект местных художников и международных талантов уличного искусства, демонстрирующий широкий спектр стилей и тем.
Festival, how that gets decided in regards to who they choose for the artist. Funding comes through the Victorian State Government and that comes to the Frankston City Council. And then they liaise with the Big Picture Festival and then they liaise with the artists that they want to come here to Frankston to do the artwork for that particular year. So the artists obviously are chosen and they get to draw in the sense of what they want to put on the wall. Then that goes back to the Big Picture Festival, back to the council, and that's when they liaise with the building owners and also the business owners. If they get to decide that they want it on their wall, it will go ahead. If not, obviously the building owner and the business owner get to decide what goes on their walls. If it gets painted on their walls, the minimum that the artwork can stay on the walls is 3 years. After 3 years, if the building owner or the business owner wants to get rid of it, they can paint it over in that respect and have it blank or have a new artwork if it's chosen for that next year in that respect. When you look at surrealism art, you're looking at a particular painting and everything seems normal for you when you originally look at it. But when you look into it a bit deeper, you get to realise something else is going on with this actual painting. So we're seeing a gentleman here looking at a goldfish. And when you look at the goldfish, it's not in a fishbowl. Is it suspended in air or is it travelling through water? If you look at the gentleman's head, you see a bird that's got his legs on one leg on top of a book and the other leg on an apple core. What happens if the actual bird decides to let go of his feet? What happens to the book? What happens to the apple core? What happens to the marble, which is on the other side of the book? But if you look up also, you get to see a blue rectangular box with a question mark, making you question as to what is going on with this actual painting, the typical form of surrealism. But when this actual painting was created in March 2022, a month earlier, we had the sad invasion and the tragic invasion of Ukraine. And if you look at the gentleman's ear, you get to see an earring with a peace sign on it. Welcome to White Street Mall, and we're seeing an artwork done by Hard13, or he goes by the moniker name Indo. And he's an Indonesian-born artist, and he's a prolific artist within Indonesia and internationally. And he focuses his artwork in regards to street art and also into mural paintings that we also get to see. And with his themes, he always focuses on popular, social and also cultural and fashion trends that are popular, obviously, that is happening in society. He uses bold colours and also stencil work. And I was told earlier today by Steve, because he approached Indo on Tuesday and spoke to him and said, who is this painting in regards to the face? Who is it, a family member or a friend? And he said, no, it's a figure of my imagination. He's just come up with this actual visual in regards to the face, and he's actually painted it as to what we see here today. And I think that is a remarkable talent to have, to remember it, to put it onto his canvas and actually show us as to what he's done. I think it's an amazing feat to do. But we're looking at this particular piece, which is a new artwork, and we see it's artists creating the work now. And his name is Hayden Duam, who is a Melbourne-based artist, born and bred, and resided in Belgrave in the eastern suburbs within the Dandenong Ranges. And Hayden's been a prolific muralist and street graffiti artist for a number of years. And he's always had the passion in regards to displaying his artwork to the masses, to the public, for everyone to go and see, interpret, discuss, be creative in that respect. So he's given us that platform to allow us to do and see his work, which is a very good thing, and pushing the boundaries in regards to art and its elements. And in 2004, Hayden approached the old department store called Dimmy's in Richmond. And as we know, that was an institution in Swan Street on the corner of Swan and actual Green Street. And he painted the history of Victoria from 1854, when Dimmy's started as an old drapery store, and it has now become a low discount department store now. And there's one here in Frankston too. And he's created that work, which is 50 metres wide, and it is an amazing piece of artwork to see the state's history, but also the history of Dimmy's too. And for myself, I grew up in Richmond for the first 7 years of my life. So in the late 70s, early 1980s and 90s, I used to go there with my mum shopping, which I thought it was the most daggiest and horrible place as a young child to go. But when I look about it now, I think about it, it was cool to go there and see all the good products that they did have at affordable prices. And it did become a Melbourne institution. And to go and see Hayden's work, you can go and see that at the old Dimmy's department store.